happens if you call an expired listing and they're actually a real estate agent? Like, how do you handle that? So here's my answer for you. I actually have done that before, and it wasn't necessarily that the expired was a real estate agent. The real estate agent was the expired's daughter, right? And it was an agent that worked in my office. So typically, I think most people would just say, I'm not going to call that expired. I mean, the relative is actually an agent. There's no way they're going to work with me. They're going to work with their daughter. So what I did is I called that agent and I said, hey, I saw, the property came up as an expired. She's like, yeah, that's my parents' house. And I said to her, I do this. This is what I do. I call expireds and I help them get sold. Do you think your parents are going to relist the property with you? Or are they still selling? And she said, yeah, they are still selling, but I don't think they're going to relist with me. And to be quite honest, I don't know if I necessarily want the listing because they didn't listen to me. They wouldn't take my advice. And so I said to her, just putting it out there to see if there was an opportunity, I said, well, what if I could get in front of them and get them to list the property? Would you be open to introducing me? And I'd be happy to pay you a referral fee. At least you get compensated for the time you put into it. So she agreed and scheduled a meeting with her parents. And I went by the house and she was actually there. So the listing agent, who was a realtor, who was her daughter, was actually at this appointment. And I sat down, I went over the comps, I explained to them what needed to happen in order to get the property sold. And they agreed to list with me. So I listed their house and we sold it within that week, right? It was in Bergen County, New Jersey. I gave her a referral fee. And, during that transaction, she said to me, she was like, my parents need to buy a property. Would you mind helping them buy a property and just pay me a referral fee because you did such a good job and they really trust you? And I was like, well, of course I would do that. So I ended up helping them buy a property and I paid her another referral fee. So I'm sitting there thinking, hey man, I got 2 deals. And I know that most agents and even myself in the past would have just hung up and not even pursued that because I didn't think there was an opportunity there. I got 2 deals, right? And so I thought we were done. And I was happy with what I got. I got 2 checks for making that call. That agent called me. She was a part-time agent and wasn't working full-time. She was ready to buy a house. And she said to me, Dave, you did such a great job with my parents' house and helping them buy a property. I'm looking for something. I don't have a lot of time. Would you help me purchase my next property? So I helped her buy her own house, and she is an agent, and I got paid and I sent her a referral fee. So here's what I have to tell you. Don't create this narrative in your head that there's no opportunity for business. You just need to know your job. You need to ask the right questions and you need to ask for the opportunity. Will they say no sometimes? Absolutely. But what happens if they say yes? She said yes. I got 3 deals off that one phone call. So here's what I'll tell you. You know what your job is. Just do your job. Don't create the no in your head. Let them tell you no. However, sometimes they say yes. And sometimes yes turns into 3 paychecks. So with that being said, go eat that frog. All of you guys that know you need to be on the phone making your calls that haven't made them, and you're creating all these narratives in your head on why it won't work and why people won't work with you, quiet that drunk monkey and just go do your job. There are people who want to work with you. There are opportunities out there, but they're not going to come find you. You got to go seek them out. You got to go get after it. So go get after it. Have a good rest of your Friday. I'll talk to you guys.